With a new rebuild kit in it, the carburetor's ready to go. But before I bolt it on there, I got to do some other work. I need to find out if it has spark. I don't want to bolt all this stuff on and then find out that I got to take it all off again. So I'm working my way down through the engine.
I'm gonna put the clip on and see if I can get a spark out of that spark plug. I'm improvising a tripod for the camera. I think I've got everything in focus. But it will remain to be seen when I get the shot done and go back and look at it. Hope I don't have to do this again. All I have to do is clip this spark plug tester on there. I'm not getting any spark. And then go ahead and look at the points, because I imagine if I got a problem, it's in the points. They get dirty and plugged up after this many years of sitting outside. Well, they don't have any spark, so I need to take this cover off. The only way to do that is to remove all these parts. Now I already have the fuel line off. Don't like removing the head bolts. Means I have to take them all off and retorque them. Otherwise, there's a good chance that the head will warp. But they have everything mounted to the head bolts. And I've got a head bolt that doesn't want to come free. Especially one near the exhaust. That's always a bad sign. Well, rather than break that head bolt, I'm going to go ahead and remove the others. Go from there. I imagine it's corroded into the block. This is the muffler mount. Muffler was a big can that came up and actually ended up pointing forward. Looks like that'd be a real bear if you had to shut the engine off, refuel it. You always want to shut the engine off when you refuel it because you don't want to dump gasoline on top of a hot engine with it running. They have a tendency to vibrate a little bit, and that vibrating can make you spill, and spilling hot fuel onto something, especially when you're holding a gallon can full of it. Good way to get a fire flashed off the engine back into the can that you're pouring from. And then you have an open top on a gas can. Here on the fuel tank, you have an open top on the fuel tank. You don't want to fuel a running engine, because you have a hot engine, an open gas tank, an open can of fuel, and an engine that is vibrating and making sparks. That's a real good way to have something go wrong. So I always avoid that whenever I can. And since you have to shut the engine off, and it will be hot. Now, with that muffler mounted here, you have a nice hot muffler right next to the place where you're going to pull on the cord. Sounds like an accident waiting to happen. There's a shim there, and there. These little metal shims. I have to have those put back in place. So this is part of the engine's permanent record. Now I have a videotape telling me where those shims go. I don't know exactly what's going on here, but this shroud is loose. I'm hoping it's just because I've taken those head bolts out and that let it wobble a little bit. I don't want it to be that the engine plate is loose. And this thing's been running with a loose bearing mount on the front of the engine. It's not saying it's totally unrepairable, but that sounds like a bleak opportunity there. Saturday morning here in the suburbs, and everybody going somewhere. This is on the main path to and from town. So all day long, cars run up and down this road. Let's see if we can get the shroud off. There we go. That thing's supposed to be held down with a couple of screws down at the bottom, and they're very loose. Well, I'm hoping there's a couple of screw holes in this flywheel so I can get that off. No guarantee, but I'm hoping. Chances of that working were pretty slim. How's that for slick? See if I can reach around that thing and grab a hold of the flywheel with this puller. Success! Ta-da! A little dirty. Not too bad. Nice having the proper tools. Oh, somebody's had this off of there. Because this screw head is much smaller than this one. And this is a sheet metal screw, which obviously doesn't fit the thread in there, and I hope they haven't screwed up the thread. It would be really nice if somebody came out here and rearranged this toolbox. But I don't ever seem to find the time to work on it. But I do find the time to work around it. Well, it's still got threads in it. They're not good, but there's still threads in there. It's not a 1/4-20. Some kind of bastardized thread for going into aluminum. At least I don't think it's a 1/4 20. I'm going to have to double check. Pop that off. Look at the points.
Well, we got the shroud off, flywheel off, backing plate off. We've got the cover off the points. Now it's just a matter of getting in there and finding out what the problem is. I think I got dirty points. I'm going to go grab the points file, but I think I'm going to have to wait. It's time to make supper again. If you have any suggestions for a new video, questions about today's video, or any of the other videos on the channel, just drop a note in the comments. You know I rate them all. Thanks for watching.